Okay, so EDOC 1 naman tayo. So, parang EDOC 6A rin kanina, we have the continuation of the first chapter. So, the development of the learners. So, we have stages of human development. So, meron tayong biological terms, stages of development of John Sandrak and Robert Havig-Hurst. We also have their developmental task on the different stages. Now let us have biological terms. So as shown on the image, we have the germinal, embryonic, and the fetal. So these are only the prenatal development under the biological terms on the stages of human development. Now let us watch this short video. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so let's go over the different stages. So anyway, that video is all about how a human develop in terms of kung ang pagbabasihan natin is biology. Okay, so let us have the different stages of human development as to biological terms. Now let us have the first one, the germinal stage. Okay, so the germinal stage of development is the first and shortest of the stages of the human lifespan. The germinal stage lasts a total of 8 to 9 days, and it begins in a fallopian tube when an ovum is fertilized by a sperm to form a zygote. That is day 0. The germinal stage continues as the zygote undergoes several initial cell divisions to a morula. So, at this germinal stage, conception is it starts at the conception until 2 weeks. Yung conception kasi, pag sinabi natin conception, correct me if I'm wrong, kapag mayroon tayong mga biology dito, based biology, so when we say conception, the sperm and the egg unites in one of the two fallopian tube, and saan it fertilizes egg that is called zygote. Okay, and then the second stage, as we have the embryonic stage, the 3rd through the 8th weeks. Okay, so since embryonic has the longest time, there are many, hindi siya yung the longest time. Kasi we have week 5, 6, 7, from week 3rd, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so on the week 5, groups called pharyngeal arches form. This will develop into the face and neck. And then the inner ears begin to form. Arm buds are visible. The liver, pancreas, spleen, and gallbladder start to form. Titignan natin mostly sa may stomach part. On the week 6, the eyes and nose start to develop. Leg buds form, and the hands form a flat paddles at the end of the arms. The precursors of the kidneys begin to form. The stomach starts to develop. On the week 7, the lungs begin to form. The arms and legs have lengthened, and the hands and feet have started to develop digits o yung mga fingers. The lymphatic system starts to develop. The primary prenatal development of the sex organs begins. On the week 8, nipples and hair follicles begin to develop. External ears start to form. The face takes on a human appearance. Fetal heartbeat and limb movements can be detected by ultrasound, and all essential organs have at least started to form. Next stage is we have the fetal stage, then infancy, childhood, adolescence and puberty, and adulthood. So under biological terms, we have how many stages? 8 stages. Compared natin kay Suntrax. Anyway, Suntrax is yung mga research niya focuses on family and children's socio-emotional development. He is John Santrak. So, meron siyang 8 developmental stages. The prenatal period, wherein ito yung, ano na ulit to? We have the germinal stage, embryonic, and the fetal stage. We also have the infancy, the early childhood, the middle and late childhood, adolescence, early adulthood, middle adulthood, late adulthood. Okay, so compared naman siya kay Havik-Hurst developmental stages, meron siyang 6. The infancy and early childhood, the middle childhood, adolescence, early adulthood, middle adulthood, late maturity. Okay, so meron tayong different developmental stages depende sa on the source. So kanina sa may biological terms we have 8. Kay Santrax naman is we also have 8. Tingnan natin si Santrax. Si Havik-Hurst naman is merong 6. Okay, so on each stages, we have the different developmental tasks in each period or stage. So on the first stage, kay Santrak, development happens quickly during this stage wherein there is a tremendous growth from a single cell to an organism complete with brain and behavioral capabilities. So this is the time between the conception and birth, or in short, the time na nasa loob pa lang ng sinapupunan ng isang individual or human. The next one starts from the birth to 18 to 24 months, or that is at the age of 2. So there is a time of extreme dependence on adults. Many psychological activities are just beginning. The language, symbolic thought, sensory motor, coordination, and social learning. Next is the end of infancy to 5 to 6 years old. Or, ito na yung the preschool years hanggang grade 1. Young children learn to become more self-sufficient and care for themselves. Develop school readiness, skills, and spend many hours in play with peers. So ano yung mga school readiness na develop sa kanila? Nagsisimula na silang magsulat, magbasa, and so on. Middle and late childhood, so we have 6 to 11 years old, or the elementary school years. Fundamental skills of reading, writing, and arithmetic are mastered. Child is formally exposed to a larger world and its culture. Achievement becomes a more central theme of the child's world and self-control increases. Yan, mas gusto nila ng example, gusto nila sila yung nagta-top 1, nagiging competitive na sila. Adolescents, 10 to 12 years old to 18 to 22 years old. Okay, so marami ng physical changes. Thought is more logical, abstract, and idealistic. More time spent outside family. Oo nga naman, di ba? Yung mga nagbibinata, nagdadalaga, mas marami na silang time for their friends. Early adulthood, late teens or early 20s to 30s. is time of establishing personal and economic independence, career development, selecting a mate, learning to live with someone in an intimate way, starting a family, and rearing children, sorry. Middle adulthood starts at the age of 40 to 60 years old, time of expanding personal and social involvement and responsibility, assisting next generation in becoming competent and mature individuals, reaching and maintaining satisfaction in a career. Late adulthood, 60s and above, time for adjustment to decreasing strength and health. So life review, retirement, and adjustment to new sorry na beat ay naano siya naka kanina yan kay Sandra. New social roles. And next, kay Hackers naman, during the first stage, learning to walk, take solid talk, control the elimination of body waste, sex differences, and sexual modesty, distinguish right from wrong, and developing a conscience. Then, acquiring concepts and language describe social and physical reality, readiness for. Okay. Then, for middle childhood, physical skills necessary for ordinary games, get along with age mates, an appropriate sex role. Then, ang mga nade-develop fundamental skills in reading, writing, and calculating, concepts necessary for everyday living, conscience, morality, and scale of values. Building a wholesome attitude toward oneself. Achieving personal independence. Adolescents, achieving mature relations with both sexes, preparing for marriage and family life, accepting one's physique, acquiring values and ethical system to guide behavior. So early adulthood, selecting a mate, learning to live with a partner, starting a family, rearing children, managing a home, starting an occupation, assuming civic responsibility. Number 5, middle adult, helping teenage children to become happy and responsible adults, satisfactory career achievement, relating with one's spouse as a person, accepting the psychological, physiological changes of middle age, adjusting to aging parents, late maturity, 61 and over, decreasing strength and health, retirement, reduced income, death of a spouse, establishing relationship with one's own age group, satisfactory living quarters, meeting social and civic obligations. So those are the different developmental stages with corresponding developmental tasks. Okay.